Well, I'm originally from the Dominican Republic, but I have lived in the United States most of my life. I originally came to attend college, and then I ended up getting married here. Then I lived in Chicago for a while, then went to back to the Dominican Republic and lived in Puerto Rico, and then came back and ended up in Arizona. And I don't know, I'm very, very patriotic. I love my country. I miss being there, going there. I miss the beach. I miss all the things that we don't get here. And I have all my family, most of my family is still there. When I was little, our government was a tyranny. It was Trujillo, Rafael Trujillo, and when he was killed, then the situation in the Dominican Republic became a little dangerous for everybody, and my parents were able to send me to the United States. So my first trip to this country was when I was 12, and where I went was Washington D.C. because I had family there. So I visited them. I kind of spent the summer there. And it was interesting because I had no idea that this man that was our governor was a bad person, that he was a dictator. And it was while I was in the United States that I found all this out, and I was shocked because it was so difficult for parents to share with their children what it was exactly going on, because it would put them in danger if the children talked. Everything seemed very normal, but after he was killed by a group of people that got together, so to assassinate him, and then that's what the country that had been so used for so many years, 31 years, to living under that regimen, it's like nobody knew what to do. So things sort of got organized. And then, so I did go back to the Dominican Republic and continued with my schooling there. I graduated from high school quite young. I was only 16. And it so happened that the year that I graduated, we then had a civil war. So again, it was crazy for everybody, and my parents, it was time for me to go to college then. And that was something that had been planned since I was little. My dad always said he wanted me to study in the United States. He just believed that it was like good for me to do that. And his plan was, you go and you get educated, and then you come back and teach. And he was a professor at the university, and so was my grandfather. So education was quite important for them. However, I ended up not going back. But the way that I got here was one of the teachers that I had in high school was then teaching in Chicago. And so the connection was made, and I was able to find a place to go to college. And that's how I ended up in Chicago. But my parents stayed, but they just felt that, they felt more at peace if I was someplace else. So. I think it's awful. First of all, I think it's very uncharitable, and I don't think that people understand the urgency that these immigrants have, and why they. I mean, I would have never, if I had an easy life, if I were one of them and I was able to make a living and live well, I would not want to leave my country. And go through the things that they go through to get here. It's amazing to me that people don't understand that, the suffering that they must be experiencing in their countries to make them want to do that, to make them want to go through all that hardship and risk their lives, which, a lot of them don't even make it through. So I find it unbelievable that people can be so naive, or they don't want to understand. It's awful.